All right, Barlow Brigade. Welcome back to the HQ for everything Barlow. Hope everybody's doing good, man. And to be totally honest with y'all, which I always try to be, I'm freezing to death. Y'all just. My brother Harold, he keeps telling y'all about Arkansas is a 25 degrees there is way different than 25 degrees anywhere else. Well, I live closer to the equator than probably most content creators that are on here. I realize there may be one in Gulfport, which is 25 miles south of me. But anyway, it normally here the humidity is above 70. So when you have that much moisture in the air and then put 25 degrees with that, it's cold. I'm talking about really cold. I mean, I've seen ice push out of the ground. It'd be so cold. Just moisture that's because when it rains here, it takes a month for it to evaporate. It during the autumn and during the winter because there's no heat here to evaporate it, and our ground is real loose and porous because it's sandy, very sandy. I live right on the continental shelf. That'll give y'all something to think about. I live right where the continental shelf levels off and turns into the coastal plains is where I live. There's one more big hill before when you leave my town and go south. There's one big hill before you get to the coastal plains, which is it's about 20 miles wide here. But anyway, for all you geography buffs, there's something to look up. Anyway, all right. My father, my example, didn't use a lot of colorful language, but he used to use a term, and that term, which I'm not going to use here, but it was and you can imagine it starts with the S. But when he says when the S hits the fan, the best thing to do is to step back and let it settle before you do anything. So there's been some movement, a lot of movement in the knife community, knife brotherhood, with people, different folks moving in, moving out. I'm not going to get into that because y'all all know who they are. Y'all seen it. Been a lot of people drop videos about it. I love the man. I love it. Everybody in this community, man, they've all reached out to me and been great people. And I don't have bad things to say about anybody. So that's just how I feel. But be that as it may, I've had my son's been in town for he's supposed to be here for a week. Now he's been here almost 2.5, going on 3, and there's a foot of snow in Corinth, Mississippi, where he lives, and doesn't look like he's gonna get to go back up there because we don't know how to drive in this snow, guys. I mean, it's a big deal. Anyway, the second thing on my little sheet of notes that I write before each video is the new direction. All right, Barlow Brigade is going to go in a new direction. Well, it's something that I've been doing all along, but it's just something that I'm going to focus on. Okay? I'm tired of trying to keep up with the Joneses, another term my daddy used. Like I say, I love everybody in the community. I'm not calling anybody out. I ain't saying nothing to nobody, nothing. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about me. I'm not going to try to show the newest knife. I'm not going to try to buy the newest knife. Which I've done. I've been doing that. Since August the 7th, my first video dropped, I've been trying to buy content. Well, I can't afford it. I can't afford to buy content. But what I can afford to do is uh, modify knives. So that's my new direction. All this started when 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching the knife doctor, and he's sitting there cleaning knives and repairing knives and making alterations on knives. That's when all this started, and my reflection has brought me back to that. I have a box that has projects in it, and I have keep putting. I shouldn't even have a box that has projects, but I've got 4 or 5 or 6 knives in there that are projects. And the first one is what I'm call. I always call this my eye candy. Well, this is a Rough Rider cinnamon stag bones in carbon steel. Y'all know the knives, jumbo trapper. But you see how gray that is turned all the way. And this is a common problem. If y'all go there and watch Brother HT today at HT EDC, he talks about this very problem. Well, I know this. I mean, I've got the Barlow, the single-bladed Barlow that I've done a little work on, not much, done a little bit. But if you see how gray, all that's supposed to be black down in those valleys. So this is a project knife. The reason I don't carry this, the reason I don't show it much, is because of that problem right there. It's supposed to be black down in those valleys. So I'm going to take this knife, and it's in the lineup, and get it. I've already contacted a machinist about putting me a lanyard hole in there, or somebody that has a drill press. See, that's another thing. I can't go and buy the tools I need. I need a 1x30 belt sander. I need a drill press. Things that I keep spending all my money on knives instead of buying stuff that I need to do projects. So that's one of the projects that I have lined up. Also, just to give y'all a reference, here's a Stockman I did not long ago. And this was totally influenced and brought on by Brother Aaron at AW Design and Customs. Okay, the rejigging, the colorization, the polishing. Now this is a $12 Pakistani knife. It's a large Stockman. I love the large Stockman, but I mean it is what it is. It's not it doesn't have the chromium 231 steel or to me it's a beautiful knife, and I'll put this in a slip and carry it. It's just I haven't yet, but I mean I will, because this trips my triggers, guys. This is what I like to do. Okay, that's the kind of stuff I like to do. Some of y'all may remember. Y'all know this is the Barlow Brigade. One of the first things I did on the Brother Aaron's modified Monday was this Barlow. It was a smooth bone Pakistani Barlow, something I had for years. Just a great knife. I never had any trouble carrying it. Never had any problems with it. Just as straight as it could be. Got good steel. Got the Teeners going on it. Nothing wrong with this knife, except I didn't like the covers. So I jigged them, dyed it black, sanded it down, dyed it green. Got the green stag bone going on now, or stag-like bone. I don't know what you call it. It's just, this is what I came up with the first time I tried doing it. But I was inspired by this. I'm inspired, that knife right there, by Brother HT. Okay, he told me what he did in his video today, and I'm going to do it. Now, will it be the next knife up? Don't know. And you'll see why in just a second. Anyway, great little Barlow. Got no problem with this knife. Good snap. Little pin blade there, that probably ain't never been used. Because I always use the clip blade. But anyway, that's another one. Okay, and then this is just, I just looked in the edge of my locker and got out, first 3 things I saw that I modified. I mean, I have several. All right, Darth Vader. Okay, $5 Walmart knife. Dyed it black, reshaped the blade, I would show y'all what the blade's supposed to look like, but I done sent all mine out. Uh, you may or may not see these pop up. Uh, just a great knife, button lock, dyed it black. Can't go wrong, man. $5 knife. I got the green one. I got the 10-toe one. I got I bought all the ones that I like whenever they first popped out, and just a great knife. Can't go wrong with the Darth Vader edition. Dude, I keep calling him by his daddy's name. Dude, you all right? Everybody okay? You gotta remember, man. You gotta pray first. All right. Hey, big shout out. Last night, man. I was late, but another thing I've done is I'm not gonna sit there and watch YouTube videos 24/7 trying to figure out what I'm gonna do on my next video. Okay, I watch the people I'm going to watch. I love the people that I love. I mean, I love to watch the people that I love to watch. But I watched Brother Dwayne last night, and he gave a jamming thing about fasting, something that I believed in forever. I know it's kind of hard for old fat boy to fast, but it's something that our church has done. There was a book, I can't remember the name of. A book came out a few years ago that our church did a study on, the whole church. Once a week we met up and did a reading from the book, and then talked about it in our Christian life, and it was something about healing. I don't remember. Anyway, it's all good. All right, I'll tell you about this box of knives I got. Well, let's see. Since today's Frosty Friday, shout out to Stan Cutler Universe. Live long and prosper. Here is a little copperhead. Now, I got this out of the dungeon at Deep South, and you're going to see that the pins, now I've sanded on, I hand rubbed and sand on this for a minute, but I need a 1x30 to fix this. Okay, it just needs to be done at a better rate than I can do it. It's got frostwood handles, but I think this came out of somebody's tackle box, and I know you can't. All the color's gone from those scales. I hadn't made a decision on these yet. I may do some jigging on these and then seal them somehow and maybe try to dye them black. I just hadn't really decided yet. But a great little knife, man. It got that beautiful, I call it Turkish clip. Got the good tinners. I mean, this is back when frost cutlery was frost cutlery. Now listen to this, guy. No half stop, but listen to this. You hear that snap? You don't get that. You don't get that from a BS knife. Okay, that's the real thing right there. Now they make two versions of these. Brother Stan covered that today. They got the locking one where the pin blade locks, or is the lock. But like I say, another great knife. But I mean, it still got smooth all over it. Somebody took it on a grinder. I'm gonna have to get in there with a. Like I say, as soon as I get a belt sander, I'll have this one whipped into shape, and she will be part of the revival of knives that I'm going to continue to show here on Barlow Brigade. Next, a little Pakistani knife. I've already burned it. I've already sanded it. Took all the rough edges off of it. It's I don't know. It's a small trapper, but see, you can't see the nail nick in the spade blade. Y'all see that? Okay, that's a flaw in this knife, I guess. I don't know. Now it's a beautiful knife, and it's called a Cheetah by S&D. But you can see how the S&D's cut off. I think it's got Pakistan wrote right there. But I'm going to turn this into I'm going to make a single blade knife out of it. I'm going to take the spade blade, I'm going to make it into a Warncliffe, and I'm going to delete this blade right here. So when this comes back, it's going to be a mini Trapper Warncliffe. Now I know I can run right down there to Deep South and buy a $70 Warncliffe Trapper and have a wonderful pocket knife. Great knife made by one of the oldest knife manufacturers in the world. But when I get through with this one, I made it. Okay? That means something to me. I made it. Okay? Has nothing to do with case, has nothing to do with frost, has nothing to do with Pakistan. It all has to do with me making this knife the way I want it to be. Okay? Will I tote it? Absolutely. And this thing has flaws, man. It's got some chips in the, that big piece of the bone is gone right there. Like I say, I've done some I was just gonna jig it and turn it into a red knife because it's already on. It's kind of hard to go with a different color. But after I noticed the kicks are already the kicks are already ground a little bit. So I don't know that I can grind this one enough to get it low enough to get to that one because it's so low in there. So anyway, this will be a single-bladed Warncliffe small trapper when I get through with it. And coming in dead last in this, well, not the last knife I'm going to show you, but the last knife that's been in the box. Like I say, there's 8 or 10 knives in my box of things that need to be modified. I got a month's worth of content right there, and I hadn't even looked for a knife. This is a Camillus USA military issue Camillus with the long line, and the M is not scrunchy. If that M is scrunchy, looks like it's scrunched up, it's a little bit older than the ones that just have a regular M. So y'all need to look that up. But I've done nothing to this knife, and I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all see what's wrong with it? Yep. And technically, this is a little different because it's actually the cap lifter and the can opener spring that broke. Normally, it's the blade, the spit point blade braid that breaks. But see, the can opener is the tip of it broke off. The cap lifter is perfect, and the awl is perfect. Okay, so I mean, but the problem is, I don't want to have this knife. I'm going to do the blade delete, but I want it to have the spit point blade and the cap lifter. And I just don't know if I have enough room in there. I may have to adjust this blade, maybe bend it a little bit to get it to fit in there. Maybe move it to the other side because I'm not going to be using the I might have to because the nail nick for this one. Anyway, I'll think all that out. This is a pretty easy knife to modify because everything's on the outside. The tops of the pins and all that. But this is probably next. And the reason that is, and I'm gonna show you right here. If you look at the tank stamp, if I can get it in there, I may have to go halfway. It says 1974. I don't know if you can see that in there or not. That's the year I graduated from high school. So this knife has a little meaning to me. I've had this, like I say, this has been in the box. I just took it, threw it in there. Okay, so finally, what you been doing the last couple of days? All right, and I'm gonna need some help with this one. This is a buck knife, and it is the Buck 389. It's a canoe. All right, so this is what I've been working on. Y'all gonna notice one big difference on this one. That's right, it's a single blade canoe. Now, what do we? I've looked everywhere I can look, all about pocket knives. Y'all watch this. Y'all see that? Got all that snap. Got the no half stop, but it goes right back, goes right into the full lock. I'm going to do the HT blade snap. Y'all ready? Okay. All right, guys. That trips my trigger right there. I'll put it. Matter of fact, I've had this in my slip for the last 2 days. Just blistering sharp. I'm going to do it one more time. I like doing it. Okay. This is what I've been doing the last 2 days. I have a shield. The shield was missing when I got it, so I took a shield out of an old Winchester knife, and I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm modifying it to fit it. It was a long oval shield. This is a short semicircle, not semicircle. Anyway, it's that pattern. It's almost ready. I just got to do a little bit more on it. Got the pins all good and smooth. All the pin that the back spring pin, all good and smooth. Just an absolutely wonderful knife now, to me. My opinion. This is what I get off. This is what makes me happy, guys. You're gonna see a lot more of this. I may not have a shout out for it. I may call Wednesday, modified Wednesday, and still shout out Brother Aaron. Then I watched him on a live last night. Unbelievable. He was doing like a cougar. Now, I don't always make comments because I'm too busy watching what he's doing to make a comment and read the comments and respond to the comment. But I'm always there. So it is what it is. I'm always lurking out there. I'm always commenting. I'm always on your videos, your shorts, that kind of stuff. And I may not always comment, but I do always hit the like button because that's important in the algorithm. I try to comment when I can. Certain people I'm going to always comment. That's just who I am. It's just how I roll. All right. Today was Fixed Blade Friday. My brother HT showed a Bradford fixed blade. He did a fixed blade Friday. Awesome looking knife. Totally unexpected for me. Y'all need to get over there, and y'all need to go see Brother HT. He's a outstanding individual, wonderful person. They've had a loss in their family. They had a pet. They had to put down a pet, and so everybody pray for a little bit. It was his wife's lap dog, for lack of a better term. But the dog was, I think, 17 years old and was just a loving bundle for Miss HT. And it was a tough day for the whole family, and I want everybody to know that. So y'all get over there and get with Brother HT and watch his content, because if you like biggins, that's your boy. You like canoes, this right here. The reason I'm in the canoe crew is because I love the canoe pattern. Okay? Brother Harold probably going to tell me in the comments. He said, yep, that's a banger. And well, he may not tell me nothing. But that, to me, that's a Barlow Brigade banger now. When I get the shield in there, get it the final polish on it, it's going to be rock solid. And while I'm on my new direction, all the content creators that have reached out to me and gifted me, praised me, I promise you that something's coming. It's going to take me a minute because I ain't made out of money, but it ain't got nothing to do with money. I got all of y'all. I'm not going to call any names out. All of y'all know that Big Jim's coming, okay? And when you get your gift, you ain't got to show it. You ain't got to put a content out about it. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't asked nobody for nothing. I don't need nothing from nobody. all the gifts I have received have been because of people that watch my content, like what I do, and uh, I like what they do. So I'm gonna gift them. I'm gonna gift them the way I feel like they need to be gifted. My brother Chuck down there at Briar Patch Blades, every knife it rolls in here will be a forever knife. It's like uh, uh, Bubba at Bubba's EDC sent me a little something something, and I already had it, but he told me to do with it as I wished, so I went and traded it for a something else, and absolute banger. This is the knife I traded for. So you know, all you content creators know that I appreciate you. I thank you, and I want you to know that Big Jim's coming. Just give him a minute. It may take 2 months, 3 months, but it's coming. Trust me. Now then, I'm gonna do this one time. Uh, my giveaway. I got 500 subscribers. Go in this video and comment, no hashtag, all lowercase, Barlow Madness. And that will be the key term, the key phrase I use to pick a winner from this video. I'm going to let it run 7 days, and then I'm going to pick next week. Might be that'll be a Friday, but probably wait till Monday, and I will release the video of me randomly picking 3 winners for the Barlow Brigade 500 subscription giveaway. All right, everybody, goodbye. I love you. And I think I have a couple of subscribers that have gifted me, and y'all need to know that something's coming. I don't know what it'll be, but something's coming. I got brother Dan. He made a comment 3 or 4 videos ago about a certain knife, and I'm going to gift that to him. If he sees this, he'll know what I'm talking about. It's a gentleman's knife, and it needs to be with a gentleman. And brother Dan Edwards is a gentleman. Trust me. Okay, just trust me on that. Never met him, never shook hands with him. But for him to go through what he had to go through to get the knife that he gifted me to me, um, uh, he's got to be one hell of a fella. John Merritt, it's coming. I don't know what it'll be, but it's coming. All right, guys. Goodbye. I love you. From the HQ here at Barlow Brigade, I want all y'all to stay warm, stay cozy. I always know that Big Jim's, even though the content's changing, I'm always going to be here. There's nothing that can happen that can run me off. Trust me. All right, guys. Rule number 9.